Imagine taking your car to a mechanic, and when replacing the brake pads, he can only make an educated guess as to which ones will fit. At first, he gets it wrong, so throws them away and tries the next size. They seem okay, but you get into your car knowing there is a 20% chance they will fail, causing a crash. So you cross your fingers that the mechanic made the right choice. That's how vascular surgery works. Today, most common cardiovascular diseases are treated by placing a stent, a small metallic tube, inside the diseased blood vessel. Here you see an example of a giant cerebral aneurysm, which is a ballooning of a blood vessel in the middle of the patient's brain. A tiny stent, only a couple of millimeters in diameter, will be placed inside the diseased vessel to provide support and prevent aneurysm from rupturing. Despite the growing popularity of stenting, now performed in over 10 million patients every year, there is a lot of risks and uncertainties associated with these procedures. And the uncertainty comes from two factors. Firstly, there is a wide range of devices available on the market, differing in their design, material, flexibility, as you can see in the picture. Secondly, everybody is different. Every one of us has a unique structure of blood vessels, just like our fingerprints or retina. In the picture you see how different the same artery looks like in different people, especially in the presence of the disease. However, there is currently no objective way to choose the best stent for a given patient, and decisions are largely made by sight, similar to a mechanic fitting the brake pads by trial and error. If the guesswork is wrong, patients suffer complications like stroke, resulting in every fifth patient having to undergo a second surgery. For the UK, this means 10,000 extra surgeries a year, costing the healthcare system over £500 million. To put into perspective, this would be enough to build an entirely new hospital from scratch. Here are examples of complications. A cerebral stent that has been retracted from the patient during surgery because of wrong sizing. In the other picture, you see a broken stent inside the abdomen of the patient. I came across this problem at Oxford during my PhD in biomedical engineering. 1 month into the program, I went to a hospital to see a cardiovascular repair for the first time as part of my training. So there I was in the operating theatre. It was freezing cold. The patient was already on the table, but the surgeon was still staring at the black and white blurry two-dimensional X-ray and couldn't decide which device to go for. He was visibly nervous because these are high-risk procedures. In the brain, 0.5 millimeter in device diameter can make a difference between the successful and failed treatment. To me, coming from an engineering background, it was like observing someone still watching a silent black and white movie, while knowing there is not only a possibility to experience sound and color, but also augmented reality. At Oxford Heartbeat, we believe we can transform medicine with the power of computational technology and take the guesswork out of surgery. We develop unprecedented technology that allows surgeons to choose the best treatment for every patient. In the video, you see the prototype of our brain stenting platform showing surgery preparation for a real patient with cerebral aneurysm. The software incorporates cutting-edge image processing and 3D visualization and uses sophisticated mathematical modeling to accurately predict stent behavior inside patients' blood vessels. This provides surgeons with crucial information that is currently unavailable. For example, that a certain device is not going to obstruct the vital artery responsible for eyesight, or that is going to land before the curve without causing a stroke. All essential considerations to avoid complications. As we accumulate patient data, we want to plug in big data insights alongside mathematical modeling so that clinicians can learn from a vast array of previous successes and failures. With this technology, surgeons can try out different devices and placement positions at no risk, unlimited times, in a safe virtual environment, and choose the best one for the patient before going into the operating theatre. This will reduce dangerous complications, waste of expensive stents that cost £10,000 each, and surgery times for 10 million patients every year globally, taking guesswork out of surgery. The market for our product and technology is really growing. Minimally invasive procedures are becoming more and more popular. And there are around 10,000 hospitals globally that are performing these procedures. Our next steps are obtaining CE marking regulatory approval, because even though we are software, we are considered to be a medical device. So we are working on clinical evaluation with a couple of hospitals in London. We will start by selling directly to hospitals, but then hope to scale rapidly by directly integrating the software into medical equipment, such as scanners and PACS systems. We assembled a great multidisciplinary team. So I myself dedicated the past 8 years to studying stent deployment, starting from my PhD. Clinical expertise is provided by Dr. Jeremy Madigan, who is the lead interventional neuroradiologist at St. George's University Hospital. Business advice is provided by Professor Sir Saeed Zaidi, who has been recently knighted for his outstanding service in healthcare innovation. We are currently incubated by the Royal Academy of Engineering and have won numerous awards for our innovation, including the NHS Innovation Award, the Medilink Startup of the Year last year, and have been recently accepted to Philips Healthcare Accelerator to help us speed up bringing this technology to the market. We were also featured in Forbes as a company striving to change the world and one of the new British startups to watch closely. Our mission is not only to make cardiovascular surgery more accurate and safe in all areas of stenting, but most importantly, we want to bring personalized simulations into routine clinical practice and make medicine one of the most sophisticated technologically areas, such as space engineering and robotics. We want to give surgeons the best possible tools and information to support their decisions when they're faced with these crucial life-saving decisions and when we, as patients, need it the most. Thank you very much.